Hi, hello, welcome to Spell Day. We're covering a spell every single day of the year from the 5e PHP +3. Those +3 spells are homebrew spells. We're at +2 at the moment. Get it back from playlist to find them. And today's spell is Tenser'S Floating Disc.
A potato flew around my room before you came.
First level Conjuration Ritual. Casting time of 1 action, range of 30 feet, components for both somatic material, a drop of mercury. Duration 1 hour. This spell creates a circular horizontal plane of force, 3 feet in diameter and 1 inch thick, that floats 3 feet above the ground in an occupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The disc remains for the duration and can hold up to 500 pounds. If more weight is placed on it, the spell ends and everything on the disc falls to the ground. The disc is immobile while you are within 20 feet of it. If you move more than 20 feet away from it, the disc follows you so that it remains within 20 feet of you. It can move across uneven terrain, up or down stairs, slopes, and the like, but it can't cross an elevation change of 10 feet or more. For example, the disc can't move across a 10-foot deep pit, nor could it leave such a pit if it was created at the bottom. If you move more than 100 feet from the disc, typically because it can't move around an obstacle to follow you, the spell ends. It's a floating table. I mean, it really is. 3-foot diameter. It's like a large nightstand. And it just follows you. Put stuff on it, 500 pounds. It's like if you had a mule with a wagon strapped to the back of it to put your loot in. This is just one you can summon. And with a ritual, not concentration. You can even theoretically put people on it, if they're under 500 pounds, that is. You also can't move it directly, just that when it's within 20 feet of you. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, just with it when it's within 20 feet of you, it will follow. Like, it stands still. If it's outside of 20 feet of you, it will then move to fill that space. The fun thing is, it will go your speed to stay within 20 feet of you. That's a fun image of whatever's on that disc. But if you're flying around, well, again, it can't go up higher in elevation than 10 feet. So it can't, like, go over castle walls or anything, or the pit example it brought up. I mean, it's just really a floating table. If you want something to place down, or can't just carry it easily, like a chest, some basic treasure, you don't have the bag of holding, or bags to hold it on yourself, or don't want to, you can bring it. Or if you just something you just don't want to touch, if it's dangerous in some way. Mage hand, and then place it on the floating disc. You can set it multiple, because it's not just self, it doesn't say anything about setting up multiple. It's an action, or a ritual, and lasts for an hour without concentration. You could set up more. Why would you? I don't know, but you could. What's funny though is they would all be stuck around that 20 foot, so you just have a ring, or like a semicircle of just tensor floating discs. But basically anything that you just need a platform or a table to hold things on and have it follow you. I mean, world building wise, it's the equivalent of a first level access to a free wagon, so you don't need a horse to carry some things. So honestly, it'd help with physical labor a ton, because it's 500 pounds. Again, whenever you just need to move stuff, and stuff that you just can't hold on to or don't want to hold on to. In the player's hands, it's mostly just moving loot, but in a worker's hands, especially since it's first level in ritual, bricks, metals, hot things you can't hold on to, like burning swords or weapons, could theoretically place a fire on top of it, and then just have that follow you to keep heat, and then transporting dangerous objects, large buckets of water. I mean, like a lot of spells that are just simple utility instead of a straight damage or specific effect. How best can you use Tenser'S Floating Disc? I'd like to hear below. 9 out of 10! It's not blasting away competition, killing things off, but it can just be useful. I guess 8 out of 10. How often does that come up? Ritual, first level, not concentration, lasts for an hour, 500 pounds, automatically follows. Like, it's an alright, solid spell. It's not combat used. It's not. It's a classic, and it's been a staple, and it stayed here for a long time for a reason. 8 out of 10.